Hi students, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I am streaming to you from beautiful Central Europe here in Budapest near the Danube River. I hope everybody is having a fantastic week so far. Hi Macpreet, hi Yogesh Basnet, hi Suhail, Gaizani, Pachu Yadav. Good to see many students in class for this task 2 writing essay. This task 2 could be a question on the academic, could be a question on the general IELTS. Oftentimes the task 2s are very synonymous in the two types of IELTS exams. Students, the materials, this help, it's sponsored and coming from our website, aehelp.com, for academic IELTS and gieltshelp.com for the general version of the exam. On both of those websites, you can get a 20% discount by using the code LIVE20. The websites look like this. This is the academic with the blue background. Click that red button to join there. And this is the general with the green background. Click that red button to join us there. All right, students, if you have questions about our videos, our practice exams, our interactive courses, our applications, or the exam, send me an email. Don't be shy. Adrian, Adrian, at aehelp.com, and I will gladly help you out responding within 24 hours or less. Tomorrow we will have reading, task 2. We'll finish that up. We'll have Q&A on Saturday, followed by some speaking. Now here is our task 2 question. IELTS task 2 writing. Some people believe that technology has made people's lives easier, while others think the opposite. Which do you believe and why? Give explanations and examples to support your opinion. All right. So, looks fairly simple. All right. However, all task 2 questions require planning. Okay? You have to plan your essay. How do you plan your essay? What should you do to plan your task 2 essay? And before that, before we even start with the planning, what type of essay is this? So what kind of essay is this? Answer? Macpreet said it's debatable. Marasa says it's a persuasive essay. Yeah, exactly. Means you have to argue your opinion. And what is the voice of this essay? Or I should say, what author voice should this essay have? So it's a persuasive essay. You're trying to convince your audience. And what type of a voice? So Hung says it should be a first person. Satisfying Times says third person. I agree with Satisfying Times. I think this is more of a third person essay. But, you know, it does say which do you believe and why. So, yeah, that makes it a first-person essay, arguably. So, give examples and explanations to support your opinion. Okay. Most importantly, if you choose a first-person essay, students, if you go with I believe in your thesis, then you have a first-person essay. You should show that in every part of the essay. If you choose a third-person essay, then do not include any personal pronouns like I, we, you, us, anything like that, okay? So choose the voice and stick with it. Okay? Let's call this one a first-person essay. Simply because it says, which do you believe and why? Okay? First person is okay on the IELTS, even in the academic, just because you don't have research available to prove your opinion. So your examples often come from your own ideas. Okay? All right. But if you're really unsure and you really believe that it works better to write third person, you can do that as well. Okay, so we know that. Now, for this type of question, some people believe that technology has made people's lives easier, while others think the opposite. Which do you believe and why? You might want to do this as a counter-argument essay. Does anybody know what a counter-argument essay is? So what is a counter-argument essay? Anybody familiar with this type of essay? I haven't discussed this much yet, but it is a good strategy, especially for this kind of a question. Shamster says, is it a partially agree? Nope. Sana Sohail says, maybe agree and disagree both. Nope. It's not agree and disagree both. Okay, so I think this might be new for a lot of you. A counter-argument essay is where the writer presents an argument and then gives a strong counter-argument. I'm going to take this out of context, and it is academic. This is very academic, so it looks really good for this kind of task 2 essay, okay? So here it is. I'll give you an example that's kind of out of context, but you really get the idea, okay? Riding a bicycle to work may be dangerous. However, the health benefits of daily cardiovascular exercise are much more important for individuals or for a happy life. Okay? So this is a very simple example. It's taken out of context. Riding a bicycle to work may be dangerous. However, the health benefits of daily cardiovascular exercise, that means moving the muscles of the heart and the arteries, are much more important for long life, okay? Or for a long life. So here, let me ask you, what do I believe as the author? Do I think it's a good idea to ride bicycles to work, or it's a bad idea? So is it a good idea to ride a bicycle to work, or a bad idea? What do I actually believe is more? So Ferdov says it's a good idea. Yeah, absolutely. So here is the argument. Okay, that's my argument. And then here, this part is my counter-argument. Okay? It's like the author is having a debate with him or herself, and obviously one side is stronger than the other side. Okay? So this is my counter-argument. Counter-argument, by the way, students, is one long word in English, putting together the word counter and argument. So it's very important, of course, that it's clear with expressions like much more important, which side I'm actually supporting. Okay? So this is where we have what's called an argument, counter-argument essay. Okay, these are called counter-argument essays. Yes, Kasra, absolutely. So I'm playing the devil's advocate in the beginning of the phrase or the paragraph. So this kind of question that we have here, and you have these kind of essays in university, is quite good for this strategy. So some people believe that technology has made people's lives easier while others think the opposite. Which do you believe and why? So here, what is the topic? What are we talking about in this essay? Yeah, we're talking about technology. Yeah. And what's the controlling idea? Yeah, definitely. Technology is the topic. What is the controlling idea? Yeah, satisfying times. Very good. The effects of technology on people's lives. Okay, so what is technology? What is it? What is technology? Sana Sohail says machines. All right. Innovation, gadgets, computers. Sure. Oops. Anything else? Okay, Money Goel, you're answering the why questions. Okay. New systems. Yeah. It's equipment. It's tools, right? Robots. Sure. The internet. Advanced tools, right? Why do we have technology? This is an interesting question. Try to answer this question simply. And by the way, these are very good questions specifically about technology because we live in the information age, and this is a hot topic for the IELTS exam. So you get lots of questions in speaking, reading, listening that deal with technology. So why have technology? Yosef Chahur says to optimize our lives. Murasa says to get the maximum output in a convenient way. Jaksam Singh says to create a convenient lifestyle. Macpreet says easy work, reduce time consumption. Yeah, so we have a few different answers there. Roshni Kunte says to increase efficiency. Okay. To increase efficiency, absolutely. To increase convenience or comfort. Yeah, to have more comforts through technology. Definitely. Efficient, more comfort, solve problems or challenges. I haven't seen that one, but that's definitely one of the big goals of technology to solve problems, certain kinds of problems that we might have, or challenges. Okay, how? How? So how does tech help us to do this? Because it saves time. right? How else? How does technology help us to live more comfortable, more efficient lives? To replace manual tasks, yeah, automating manual tasks, absolutely. And even when you do this, students, even go as far as thinking of details. What kind of manual tasks? Such as washing the dishes, right? So, such as vacuuming, washing the dishes. Now, think of some others. Let's see if anybody said this. To save time, yeah. Okay, allow for multitasking. It's an interesting one. Improving communication. That's a big one. Okay, I haven't seen that come up. Maybe somebody's mentioned it. Improving communication, and even thinking of some examples like emails and text messages. Okay. All right. So the effect of technology on people's lives. Now, that's so connected with the topic that we have some answers already for the controlling idea in the planning for the topic. So let's ask a couple of important questions for the controlling idea. We already answered how does technology make our lives easier. So it improves communication, it gives us greater comfort, it solves different kinds of challenges for us. What's a good question to ask for this controlling idea that we're maybe missing? And we need this to create our argument, counter argument essay. Okay. So there's an important question that we need to specifically target with our planning. And again, we only spend 2 minutes, 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes on this during the actual exam. We've thought about the how, Marasa and Rahul Hardas. Okay. I think the missing, yeah, so Kasra Raza says the flip side of technology. Sudhar, there's a lot of chat going on, so sorry if I didn't catch yours. Just keep going. Okay, so the flip side. So how is technology a negative for people? Okay. What kind of answers come to mind for that? So Manny says people become dependent on technology. What does that actually mean, Manny? Okay, it has made people lazy. Yeah, and always take that extra step to think of the example. So people have become lazy and unhealthy. They drive everywhere and they don't use their legs. So that's kind of answering the how question, right? It's the sedentary lifestyle. Asmat says cyberbullying and personal data leaking, so new types of crime. Hung says also has led to unemployment. So unemployment due to replacement or automation of manual labor. Sure. I think you're being very specific here. Lav Panu, that's a good one. Decreased face-to-face interaction. So people have become less interactive in physical relationships. Yeah, so less physical relationships, less interaction in physical relationships. I don't know if they're antisocial so much, Marasa. It's possible for some people, but some people are even more social because they're texting so much and Facebooking, and they're connecting to everyone as well, right? Azmat says, destruction for the environment. Sure. All right. Yeah, so there's definitely some there. Loss of coordination, Sadhar says, but maybe more coordination as well. Sush says no family bonding, sedentary lifestyle also. I'm going to give you one. Let's see if you agree with me. People have become busier than ever before. Why do I say that? So why do I say technology has made people very busy? So not have a lot of free time. Why would I make that kind of a statement? Or less personal time. So Sana says, busier doing nothing, just texting friends, laugh out loud, ha ha ha. Yeah, it's true. Satisfying time says, because they have more tasks. It has created a lot of responsibility. Yes. Okay, so I'm just throwing a few ideas at you. So people have become busier than ever before. They have less free time. We've created a lot of responsibility. Technology needs education. We have to learn to use computers and software and smartphones. We're always learning. People are always connected. We always feel responsible to communicate. How do you start your morning? You open up Facebook and you see if you have to maybe reply to a message or like somebody's post, because if they don't, then they're going to be angry. So it's made us very busy. Ashutosh, thank you for your super chat donation. How do you get a good band score in your essay? Ashutosh, the most important point to get a good band score in your essay is to specifically answer the question clearly in a well-structured essay and have a direct thesis with clear points. If you're not sure of what that means, send me an email to adrian@aehelp.com. It's at the beginning of the class. Thanks for that super chat donation. That's really cool. We get those sometimes. All right. So now I have some good ideas, and I know that I'm writing this counter argument essay. What should I do? So what is my thesis? So remember the original question. Some people believe that technology has made people's lives easier, while others think the opposite. Which do you believe and why? What is the easiest argument here? What is the easiest argument? Is it easier to argue that technology has made life difficult, or is it easier to argue that technology has made life easier? What do you think? Rahul says easy. Alvina says the advantages. Yeah, I agree. I think the simpler essay to write for a high band score is that technology has made people's lives easier. I mean, I'll be honest with all of you. I'd rather live in the modern age than 100 years ago. where I have to maybe go out to the field and chop trees or haysickle the harvest or something like that. So I definitely feel that although I might be busier, my life is, I think, relatively easier. So the best choice or the better choice for the essay is technology has made has made life easier. Okay, why? Give me 2 clear points. So clearly, we cannot talk about all of the information. So we need 2 points. Okay, so in what way has it made life easier? Okay, give me 2 clearly unique points that are easy to talk about. Okay, Dr. Mazin Salah says communication, improved communication. Sush Gurbaja says, importantly, it saves money and time. Yeah, so I think time is a really good one. Okay. So why? The more specific your thesis, the better it will be. Okay. So why? It has automated difficult tasks and improved communication methods. Okay, so here are my 2 points. Okay, it has automated difficult tasks. Okay, automate verb, difficult, adjective, tasks, noun, right? Verb, adjective, noun. Point number 1. Okay, improved communication methods. Improved verb, communication, adjective, methods, noun. Point number 2. Okay? So, this is my point 1. This is my point 2. This is my body paragraph 1. This is my body paragraph 2. I have parallel grammar. It means I have verb starting this point, verb starting this point. Then I have an adjective after, I have an adjective after. Noun, noun. That's a serious rule in essay grammar. Okay? Yeah, Hung, communication in this case is serving as an adjective to method. Okay? And in fact, notice that I have plural agreement as well. So I have tasks and methods with S. Okay? So even paying attention to plural and singular. Okay? It's an object. Noun is an object, Hassan. Okay? All right, so I have my 2 points. Now I need to change this and turn it into a argument or counter argument essay. So remember, for this topic, I'm writing a counter argument essay. So there you see it, counter argument essay. So I need to present an argument first and then the counter argument. Okay? So let's do that. Let's create our thesis statement, our full thesis statement for a counter argument essay. Okay? So here we go. With the full thesis. Again, one of the most important skills to practice at home, members, is to write a great thesis statement, okay? So here we go. This is the full thesis for a counter-argument essay. Okay? While it is true that technology has added complications, or even better, challenges to people's lives, I believe its overall impact has benefited individuals by automating difficult tasks and improving communication methods. Okay, so that would be my full counter argument thesis. By reading this in the introduction, the examiner or the reader now knows that I'm creating a first-person, counter-argumentative, persuasive essay. I know that's a mouthful, but that is clear from this. Okay, so this thesis is clear that this is a counter-argumentative, persuasive, first-person essay. Academic, definitely. The examiner will say, oh yeah, this person obviously knows about academic writing in English. Okay, it's a much more powerful approach than just a simple paraphrase of the question. So now that I have my thesis, I need a hook and a background. Okay. So let's do this together. Let's write the hook, the background. I'll read some of the thesis statements that have come up in the chat meanwhile and give you a little bit of feedback. I see that quite a few of you have written your own, which is fantastic. Okay. So Satisfying Time says, improvement in technology provides humanity the options to have comfortable life by using several methods to do tasks without effort in an optimum time. However, it has made people lazy and unhealthy. Satisfying Times, that is not a counter-argumentative essay. It is an essay which kind of says both opinions are correct. It's less powerful in this case, okay? Because the question is asking, students, don't forget, it's not a good idea to do a partially agree essay here. I wouldn't. Firstly, because I truly believe that technology has made life easier. Mostly because I think it's the simpler essay to write. And also because the essay says, which do you believe and why? It doesn't say discuss both views, or it doesn't say to which extent do you agree. Okay? If it were to say to which extent do you agree, maybe writing partially agree would be okay. But here the question is, which do you believe? A or B? A or B? So here a counter-argumentative thesis is going to work better. I hope that makes sense. Okay? Marasa says, certain scholars ascertain that advanced technology has made individuals' lives more convenient. I stand on the same side of experts, not only because it saves time, but also improves communication. Okay, Marasa, parallel grammar form, it saves time, it improves communication. Okay, you need the parallel grammar in your points. That's number one, Marasa. Number two, it's not a counter-argumentative setup for the thesis. Okay? We're looking for that counter-argumentative setup. While this is true A, I mostly believe B because of 1 and 2. That's my counter-argumentative setup. Does that make sense, students? Why I'm doing that and how I'm doing that? Sevgi Rabia says, although certain individuals ascertain that technology has made life difficult, I believe that with tech, life is simpler or easier by assisting in difficult tasks and developing communication methods. So Sevgi, that is the right direction for a counter-argumentative thesis. So you need to start with one side and then present the opposite right away in your thesis. Okay? Dr. Mazin Salah, I see the same. Highway Star, also the same. That's good. All right? So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, now let's put the hook in the beginning here. All right? So the hook should be an interesting statement with the topic. Okay? The topic here is technology. Okay? Hook is a simple sentence, no mistakes. Okay, it looks really bad if you have mistakes in the beginning. A simple sentence, no mistakes, that presents a stimulating or interesting fact about the topic. Okay? In this case, the topic is technology. Okay, so give me a sentence that introduces the concept of technology and an interesting fact leading into this essay. Supun Max, thank you for your feedback about understanding my point. That's great. Roshni says, the way technology has revolutionized people's lives, or the way technology has revolutionized people changes their use of methods. It's a little bit complex, Roshni. I think you're overcomplicating it and you're making mistakes. All right, had a couple of surprise sneezes there. So keep it to about 10 to 12 words for the hook. Simple. Ferdov says technology has transformed individuals' lives cardinally. Yeah, not bad for Dobbs, but again, individuals' lives, it's plural, cardinally. Don't overdo it, okay? Even the vocabulary doesn't need to be super complex in the hook. It just needs to be really clear. Amarjeet says, technology is the invention of science. So Amarjeet, you're giving me a definition of technology for your hook. Save that for the background. So save the definitions for the background, Amarjeet. Instead, just say an interesting fact. Okay. Satisfying Time says technology is growing rapidly to improve people's lives in different ways. All right, I think that's already a bit of an argument, Satisfying Times. You want to kind of stay away from that. Try to just visualize technology in the world today. So the influence of technology can be seen in every person's life. How about that for a hook? So these days, it's virtually impossible to see people without using technology, whether it's the billions of mobile phones in our pockets or the toaster in grandma's kitchen. We are all influenced by technology to a greater or lesser extent. So the influence of technology can be seen in every person's life. That could be a good one, okay? Another good one could be something like, people live in the age of technology and information. Okay? Just state it as it is. People live in the age of technology and information. That's a fact. That'll get your reader's attention. And it'll get you focused as well, okay? It'll get you thinking clearer about your sentences. Alvina says current technologies are an essential part of life. Again, let's stay away from our and us, okay? So Alvina, current technology is an essential part of life. Amarjit says technology has brought easiest way for every task. Amarjit, you're making a mistake there. Technology has brought simplicity, it's an awkward way to express that, Amarjit. Zainab says technology has an impact on human life, both on the individual and social level. Again, Zainab, a little bit overcomplicated, okay? All right. Not really a lot of synonyms for technology. Somebody's asking, what's a synonym? Satisfying Times is saying, what's a synonym for technology? Off the top of my head, I don't know, but what I can do is I can highlight that, and then in my review pane, I can look at the thesaurus, and the thesaurus says skill, knowledge, expertise, know-how, equipment, machinery, and tools. So technology doesn't really have synonyms, interestingly. Satisfying Times. All right, so I have my hook. People live in the age of technology and information. And now I can give the background, which is the definitions. And importance. Right? So, give me the definition, and this should be easy because we have that in the planning. You just have to write a full sentence. So, what is technology? Machines, innovations, gadgets, computers, tools, software, the internet, advanced tools. So, explain to your reader what is technology, okay? That's your next step here. I'm going to do the same, and then we compare. All right. So, here's mine. And again, I'm using what I planned to come up with this. And now I have my full introductory paragraph. Okay, so this is my introduction for this essay, reaching for, of course, a band 9 score in the exam. All right. Alvina, even if your essay is first person, you should avoid us and we for the most part, because us and we is not clearly first person voice. It includes second person voice, you. And so you should try to avoid it, okay? Alvina, we, us, hour is generally not good to have in an essay. Okay, it's not really for persuasive essays. It can be in some cases, but I don't suggest it for the IELTS exam. Okay. Love Panu says every gadget we use in our daily life is only because of technology, and millions of people are getting benefit of technology. Lav Panu, clear your mind and think about it in simpler terms. Remember that your thesis statement is your argument. You shouldn't make arguments in your introduction outside of your thesis. Okay. Samip Podel says technology is what makes work easier, faster, and effective rather than taking more effort. All right, Samip, I might say tools. So technology are tools that make work easier and faster. You don't need to say effective because that is easier and faster. All right. Farhan says technology is the application of knowledge to solve daily problems in life by the applications of machines and automation of manual tasks. Farhan, that's good. Okay, that's a good definition. Yeah, because it's different for different people what tech actually means, right? All right. Hung says people using technology worldwide are the consensus method to solve daily tasks such as washing clothes and cleaning floors by robotic machines. Hung, too much detail for an introduction. Save those examples for your body paragraphs. Okay. Here is my full introductory paragraph. So starting from here, people live in the age of technology and information. All around the world, people are using the latest gadgets like smartphones, computers, and robotic vacuum cleaners in everyday life. This constant interaction among man and machine has a serious impact on the current and future evolution of humankind. While it is true that technology has added challenges to people's lives, I believe its overall impact has benefited individuals by automating difficult tasks and improving communication methods. Okay, that would be your Band 9 introduction for this question. Now here, smartphones, computers, robotic vacuum cleaners, that's just a representation of gadgets rather than specific examples. I haven't really explained what these pieces of technology do for us. I've just mentioned them as definitions for the idea of technology. You might get a little bit fancier, include concepts like the internet, do it different ways. Up to you. Anyhow, we're ready for our body paragraph 1. So body paragraph 1 has to start with a topic sentence. Okay? And in this topic sentence, I want to present my argument and counter argument. So while it is true that technology has added challenges to people's lives, I believe its overall impact has benefited individuals by automating difficult tasks. So this body paragraph is about automating difficult tasks or making difficult tasks easier, machines doing easier tasks. But before I do that, before I argue for that, I have to present my counter argument, right? So something like this, okay? And you can do this with me, so try your own. And here I will use the word plethora because I know so many students have learned this word from a couple of popular YouTube videos, so why not throw it in there? It's a great place for it. It is true that the plethora of machines that surround people have increased the demand on individuals time, such as answering emails and learning to use the latest oven. Nevertheless, the overall benefit of technology has been to simplify chores which were time and energy consuming. Okay, so that's my topic sentence. In this case, it's my topic sentences, because here I'm giving an argument and a counter argument. So my argument is, it is true that the plethora of machines that surround people have increased the demand on individuals' time, such as answering emails and learning to use the latest oven. Nevertheless, the overall benefit of technology has been to simplify chores which were time and energy consuming. So it's kind of like, what are you saying? So you're saying that, yeah, okay, it's made life more difficult, but you actually think it's made life easier. Can you explain that, right? So it'd clearly be the explanation that comes after. Okay? So, yeah, plethora means just many. Monica Regmi. It's just a simple word that means many or plenty. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that is my argument, counter argument to this body paragraph. Okay. Now I have to explain this idea. All right. So only half a century ago, people spent much time on cleaning and commuting, washing dishes by hand, and let's say a century ago, make it a little bit better. So only a century ago, people spent much time on cleaning and commuting, washing dishes by hand, and riding horses. However, these days, dishwashers have not only cut cleaning dishes, cut the time it takes to clean dishes in half, but also need much less energy to do. Okay, so something like that, I'm just ripping along, but you get the idea. So now what I'm doing is I'm explaining the idea of simplifying chores, saving time and energy. So only a century ago, people spent much time on cleaning and commuting, washing dishes by hand and riding horses. However, these days, dishwashers have not only cut the time it takes to do dishes in half, but also this chore needs much less energy. Okay. So that's my explanation, or in this case, also an example. Now, I could go into a more specific example and express that for my grandparents, it took an hour to do the dishes after dinner, as where now it takes me just 15 minutes. Alvina says, I still clean dishes by hand, haha. Alvina, many of us still do some dishes by hand, or maybe all of our dishes by hand. It's just one imaginative example. You can do another one. Alvina, some people still ride horses to work. Very few, but some still do. Okay. LO3P211C_ says, It is accepted that machines have a complicated program inside which allows it to complete difficult tasks, thus making our lives easier. Like what, LO3P211? Amarjeet says a couple of machines which are used for treating patients with a convenient way save thousands of lives. Okay, so there you have a different argument, Amarjeet. Make sure you focus on that in your introduction. Okay, all right. So, again, this is what we have so far for our body paragraph. Now, I might do a little bit more. It depends how I'm going with the time, right? So I can explain my horseback commute. In addition, people now go to and from work with automatic vehicles, which are not only faster, but also need little energy to operate. Okay, something like that. And then I have my connecting sentence. Also, concluding sentence. This is one way that technology has led to an overall improvement in life quality. Okay, so that's my introduction and my body paragraph 1 in a counter-argumentative essay for this question. So again, the question is, and you should frequently go back and reference the question, okay? So here the question is, some people believe that technology has made people's lives easier, while others think the opposite. Which do you believe and why? My answer so far in a counter-argumentative first-person essay is people live in the age of technology and information. All around the world, people are using the latest gadgets like smartphones, computers, and robotic vacuum cleaners in everyday life. This constant interaction among man and machine has a serious impact on the current and future evolution of humankind. While it is true that technology has added challenges to people's lives, I believe its overall impact has benefited individuals by automating difficult tasks and improving communication methods. And here, to be a little bit more specific, so if I were in the IELTS exam, I would actually correct this so the examiner knows I'm specifically answering the essay. Has made life easier for individuals. So I would take that word easier from the question and put it in there instead of saying benefit, because benefit and easier is not the same. So I would correct that in the exam. Okay. It is true that the plethora of machines that surround people have increased the demand on individuals' time, such as answering emails and learning to use the latest oven. Nevertheless, the overall benefit of technology has been to simplify chores which were time and energy consuming. Only a century ago, people spent much time on cleaning and commuting, washing dishes by hand and riding horses. However, these days, dishwashers have not only cut the time it takes to clean dishes in half, but also this chore needs much less energy to do. In addition, people not only go to and from work with automatic vehicles, which are not only, let me correct that. There we go. So people go to and from work with automatic vehicles, which not only are faster, but also need little energy to operate. This is one way that technology has led to an overall improvement in life quality. I would change that to some ways. Okay, and that's the end of body paragraph 1. And Timur comes, says, boom. Yeah, so that's your argument, counter-argument style essay. We will finish this essay tomorrow with the second body paragraph and conclusion. You can think about that for tomorrow, okay? And I will give you a challenge tomorrow for a different counter-argumentative essay. That's it for this class. Again, remember that you have to look at the question for task 2 carefully. From that, you can identify what kind of essay you need to write with what kind of voice. Learn the different essay styles for task 2. You can find that on our websites. Okay, our website has a big blog about that and video lessons. Lots of different task 2s. You can always send me an email if you have questions, adrian@aehelp.com. Our websites, they look like this. This is the general with the green background here. Click that red button to join. For academic, it's the blue background. Click that red button to join. You can use a code right now, which is LIVE20, LIVE20, for a 20% discount. aehelp.com, GIELTS help.com. Much love to all of you. Bye for now. If it's late in your country, get some rest and tackle tomorrow, Friday, with lots of energy. Finish the week strong. Bye, everyone.